Wondering what second date questions you can ask to escalate sexual tension and increase emotional intimacy? That's exactly what we're going to cover in today's video, so let's dive in. You had a great first date and now you've made arrangements for a second date. Congratulations. The second date is a great time to go a little bit deeper with the woman that you're dating. By building on the conversations you had during the first date, you can increase your bond and escalate sexual tension. In this video, I'm going to give you several strategic questions to ask during your second date to escalate sexual tension. Keep in mind that you're still in the very, very early stages of getting to know each other. If your date appears uncomfortable with any of the sexier questions, shift back to the lighter topics. And I wanted you to know, I cherry-picked some of these questions from the now famous study, The Experimental Generation of Interpersonal Closeness. The article was published in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin, and it was also featured in one of the New York Times Modern Love essays. Here are my top 20 questions to ask on a second date. Who's your favorite family member? This question offers an excellent opportunity to get a little deeper without overdoing it. It's likely that on the first date, you got to learn a bit about the woman's family. Perhaps she told you how many siblings she has, if her parents live in town, whether they're happily married, etc. If she balks at the question or seems uncomfortable, don't push it. A lot of people are not close to their families. Others may have had bad experiences that make them not want to go into a reverie. Give her a casual but compassionate no worries and move on to a different question or subject, preferably one that is lighthearted and can make her laugh. What made you decide to move here? Or what's kept you here? You likely already covered the "Are you from here?" question during the first date. This follow-up question is an excellent way to learn more about what made your date decide to relocate to her current residence or why she chose to stay put. What made you decide to go on a second date with me? Ooh, I love this question. Make sure you pose this question in a fun, casual, and flirty way. There are things about you that this lady enjoyed on the first date, hence why she agreed to a second date. So why not push the envelope and encourage a little sexual tension? In return, tell her what you find captivating about her, but avoid obvious compliments. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, your future, or anything else, what would you want to know? This question is another way to get to deepen your knowledge of her and possibly even find out something unexpected without posing a question that seems threatening or too personal for a second date. Before making a phone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say? Why? Chances are you've done this at least once. This question offers an opportunity for you both to become humanized to each other and even have a laugh. What's something you're terrible at doing? In this scenario, it's a good idea to volunteer to go first and charm her with some humorous self-deprecation. Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Now, we're going to get to the serious, more sexy topics here, people, but it's really important that you don't take yourself too seriously on a date. You want to make it fun. You want to make it fresh. You do not want to ask the same damn question that every other guy she's dated in the past has asked her. This is not an interview. This is something outside of work. This is something really beautiful. Dating can be so much fun. Ask silly questions that make her laugh and think outside the box. This question that no matter how long it's been around incessantly begs to be asked. Ask her to give you two truths and a lie and try to guess the lie. Then do the same and have her guess. Here we have one of my favorite second date questions to ask. It reminds me of when my boyfriend and I, well, my fiance now, and I first started dating. He would always ask playful questions on our dates that made conversation so much more fun. If you could give your middle school self one piece of advice, what would it be? I love this question because middle school was an awkward time for approximately 100% of us. A great question that can help each of you laugh and ease the tension. All right, guys, so you've seen several examples for how to really increase that sexual tension on a second date. I'm going to show you more examples that are going to get even juicier. But if you are liking this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment in the comments below. How long do you usually wait before kissing someone? If she and you, or both of you, kissed on the first date, you don't need to ask this question. But if you haven't smooched yet, why not? What's the worst kiss you've ever had? And what made it so terrible? This question is a way of easing into stoking the sexual tension. You guys can share a laugh over dating horror stories. Additionally, you can glean insight into how she likes to kiss. Plus, just the fact that you're talking about kissing is likely to make her think about it and get her in the mood. In your opinion, what makes a person sexy? Depending on how comfortable she seems with this question and how comfortable you're feeling at this point, you can ask a sexier question after this. What are your rules for great sex? Gauge her comfort level here, and if things go well, lead into the next question. What's the craziest place you've had sex? Proceed with this question if she has been relaxed and comfortable with the other sexy questions that are meant to stimulate sexual attraction. What clothing makes you feel sexy? This question offers a fun way to activate her creative imagination. The second date is all about escalating sexual tension. So if you can get her mind thinking about sex-related things, you'll be that much closer to converting your second date to a third date. What color underwear makes you feel sexiest? This question was one that somebody I dated during my 100 date experiment asked me. It wasn't something I'd thought about before, which made it all the more fun when it came time for me to answer. Thinking about what makes a woman feel sexy makes a woman feel sexy. Isn't that funny? Try it out yourself on a second date or even as a fun text before the third date. I also recommend you tell her that you want to see her in them. Does it push her buttons? Yes, but the risk is worth the reward. What's your favorite memory from childhood? I've had a lot of clients tell me this has been a good question for them. It's useful because it brings up positive, nostalgic memories. And research shows that nostalgia can boost a woman's mood and decrease stress. A question like this one can also provide deep insights into her family life, which is a highly charged emotional topic. You're always on the right track if your conversation leads to emotional responses. Avoid questions that only lead to logical answers, like what do you do for work? Blah, 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 blah. What's one thing you've always wanted to do but have been too afraid to try? Love this question. This is a great question and one that reveals ideas for where to suggest another date. If the woman you're on a date with mentions always wanting to try salsa, you can use salsa as a compelling third date invitation. You already know she's interested in the idea because she's the one who thought it up. Now, all you have to do is pick a date and time and you've got yourself a third date. Additionally, if she's been scared to try it previously, you can be the guy that helps her overcome her fear. Doing so will demonstrate that you can keep her safe and lead her in the direction she's always wanted to go. Now that's sexy. What's your favorite part of a man's body? This question is a fun way to get her thinking sexually. Everyone's responses are different too. So this question is fun for two reasons. One, it stimulates sexual tension. Two, it provides deeper insights into why she might like you. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be? This question is a subtle way of figuring out what her favorite food is. With this information, you can close for a third date at a restaurant that she's guaranteed to like. What an effective way to get her to say yes. These second date questions will help you progress to the third date and eventually help you get into a full-on relationship. But what if you aren't even getting to the second date? If this is the case for you, I am here to help. As a dating coach, I've helped tons of guys just like you discover the fun that can come from dating by using strategic tools such as mega dating. Mega dating is a strategy that involves dating several people at the same time to diffuse your energy, increase your confidence, and keep you from settling for the mediocre. It worked for me, and I know for sure it can work for you too. To learn more about mega dating and how it can help you find love, check out my free masterclass linked below this video. And that wraps up this video, guys. If you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment in the comments below. Let us know if there is a question that we missed, if there's something else that you do to escalate that sexual tension on second dates. I would love to hear more about it. And make sure to follow us on social media. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.